Move the camera down just a little bit. Good evening. This is my How Are You song. This is my How Do You Do song. And I'm so glad we are here. This is my I Miss You song. This is my High Five to You song. And I'm so glad we are here. And you know, Church and Bentley will come to visit. And I'm so glad we are here. One more time. This is my How Are You song. This is my How Do You Do song. And I'm so glad we are here. This is my I Miss You song. This is my High Five to You song. And I'm so glad we are here. And you know, Church and Bentley will come to visit. And I'm so glad we are here. Yes, I'm so glad we are here. Happy Wednesday, everyone. So glad to be back together on our YouTube Live. Does everyone have a good week so far? We went for a bike ride before we had our program tonight, right along the lake, Badema-Casca, and that was a lot of fun. I see that we have Wendy joining us. Genesis is here. Yay! My parents, Virgil and Kathy. I see my sisters here, and Kayla's here. Lots of good people. I'm so glad you're all joining us. This is a great, beautiful Wednesday. And so, yes, and it's the build up to Mother's Day, which I hope some of you and all of you are thinking about what you're going to do for your moms for that special day. But before we get started on anything else, it's time for us to see what's outside our window. Yay, the Vadnesses have joined us. So we're all going to go to our windows, whether it be your back window or your front window or your side windows or your upstairs windows or your basement windows. Let's go see what's outside and report back. So you go look, I'll go look, and we'll be right back. Oh, there's Buddy parking. He sees something outside the window. Let's see. Got a nice breeze. You don't have to go outside. All right. Grab a cherry blossom or an apple blossom? No. Okay. Don't let the dogs out. Oh. Welcome, I'm back. All right. So we opened our door, and the first thing that hit me when we opened the door was this beautiful burst of fresh air from outside. We also saw some cars driving by, and Ava is picking off something very special from the front of our yard that she's going to bring over to me. So looks like Wendy has a seesaw that she's looking at and a trampoline, which is super fun. What else do you guys see outside of your windows? Ava, what is it that you saw outside your window?
Apple blossoms.
It's an apple blossom. And on our bike ride today, we noticed a lot of trees that were, I'm assuming they were fruit trees because they had blossoms all over their trees and they smelled so good. It was amazing. Kayla sees her climbing tree. My mom sees the hummingbird feeder. Have you seen any hummingbirds yet this year? That's what I'm wondering. Kathy Schumann sees people taking a walk outside. It's a beautiful evening for a walk. Amelia, what did you see outside when you opened that door?
I saw moop.
You want to tell anyone or everyone out there what you saw?
I saw moop.
Amelia saw some things going on out there. Storm clouds. My sister Katie lives in New York, and they must be getting rain soon. That's exciting. Very cool. I see Clara's joining us, and they see the garden. I wonder how your guys' garden is coming along. It's a good time for gardening. We planted some plants this week too that we're hoping to get some good stuff. Here, I'm going to set you down. All right. So there's some great things that we've seen outside. And so our family connection tonight is all about Mother's Day and mother appreciation. And that includes grandmothers and aunts and guardians and every lady in your life who you who's helped you, who loves you, and who you want to say thank you to. We are going to start out with our Bible, our Find It in the Bible. Now, earlier in our comment section, I said, go to your table of contents in the Bible, look at the Old Testament books, and tell me how many books you could find in the Old Testament that start with the letter P. Now, did anyone do some investigative work? It's only in the Old Testament.
1, 2.
How many books start with the letter P, as in Peter, Paul?
Peter Pettigrew. I see 2.
Ava, you say how many?
2.
Okay. Ava says she sees 2. And that is the correct answer. And where are they? Are they right next to each other?
Yeah.
Yes. The 2 books in the Old Testament that start with P are Psalms, which doesn't sound like it starts with P, but it does, and Proverbs. And what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking in the book of Proverbs. So find that in your Bible. We're going to Proverbs, P as in Potter, yep. But this is P as in Proverbs. And we're going to go to the very last chapter in Proverbs, chapter 31. And we're going to go to verse 25 through verse 31. Now, these verses, I think, are good verses to talk about moms. I'll read them to you, and you can read along. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, and her husband also, he praises her. Many women do noble things, but she surpasses them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the reward that she has earned, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. So that was in Proverbs 31. And if you want to make your mom cry, you can write that down or read it to her. Because what these verses are saying is a woman who finds wonderful things in learning and knowledge, in taking care of her house and her family, and taking care of herself and who's in her life, is a blessing. And that can be a man or a woman. And they don't even have to have children or a family. Just someone who is interested in learning more and interested in being strong and persevering. That's a wonderful thing to say to anyone. So that is our verse. That is our little Bible story. Proverbs 31, 25 through 30. So I thought that was a nice example of something you could share with your mom this Sunday. All right, so now we are going to turn things over to Turt and Bit, and there's a few more visitors, and we're going to see what they are up to tonight in appreciation of Mother's Day. And I need both my Amelia and my Ava as my helpers. And we're going to turn it over and see what Turt and Bit are up to. All right. Oh, it looks like we have some news tonight with Miss Bit reporting. I think they're in the order. All right. There are moms of all kinds in this world we live in. And today on ANN, Animal News Network, we are interviewing a few animals to understand how their moms have raised and cared for them. First up, I'd like to introduce our good friend, Turt the Turtle. Welcome, Turt, to ANN News. Yay! Well, thank you for inviting me. Now, Turt, you are a painted turtle. Am I right? Oh, yes, I am. Painted turtles are the most widely distributed turtles in North America. We love ponds and lakes and rivers and streams. Basically, any place that has fresh water and a log that I can take a sun bath on, that's where I'm going to be. Well, now, can you tell us all about how your mom raised and cared for you? Well, my mom left the pond that she was in to go and build a nest on the land. She dug a hole in the ground and she laid her eggs in there, and then she covered the eggs with dirt and went back to her pond. Did your mom care for you when you were young? Nope. That's not how turtles do things. I raised myself after my mom laid my eggs. Interesting. Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your experience. Yep, bye-bye. Next, we have Billy the monkey. Hi, Billy. Welcome to ANN News. Thank you, Bit. Thank you. It's so good to be here. Now, you are a spider monkey, and your species lives in Central America. Can you share with us how your mother raised you? Oh, yeah. My mom was my only caretaker after I was born. For the first 5 months, I clung to my mom's chest as she moved around in the trees and gathered food and stuff like that for us. Woo. And then I moved on to her back until I was like 2 years old. And we stayed together until I was like 4 years old. I loved having my mom groom me and play with me and take care of me. That is lovely to hear. Thank you so much, Billy, for joining us today. Oh, of course. Bye-bye. Now we have a special guest that has been on our show before. His name is George the Donkey. He's been on ANN News before, but today we invited him to help us learn more about donkey mothers and their foals, or babies. Hi, George. Well, hello, Bit. Glad to be back. And I am excited to share about my mom. Well, could you please tell us how you were raised? My mom took care of me and protected me during my first few months that I was alive. She encouraged me to try grazing on the grass so I could stop drinking milk eventually. She also was very protective of me, always keeping her eye out for danger and fighting off coyotes that were trying to mess with me. Oh, wow, that sounds so cool. Yeah, she was super cool. Did you live with her for a long time? Nah, once I was about 6 months old and I mastered grazing grass and keeping an eye out for predators myself, my mom told me it was time for me to find my own way in the world. Wow, neat. Well, thank you, George, for sharing your story with us. Anytime. Bye-bye. My goodness, those are such interesting stories about how different animals' moms care for their babies. As for me and my mom, well, my mom spent the first bit of time creating a cozy and safe nest for me and my brothers and sisters before we were even born. And once we were born, Mom didn't actually spend all that much time with us. Now, that might seem weird to you, but it actually prevented predators from finding us. But Mom did come by and feed us and lick us to keep us clean, and she also made sure to clean the nest. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me on ANN Network for our special coverage of moms to commemorate Mother's Day, which is coming up this Sunday. Until next time, bye-bye. Awesome. Thank you, Bit, for that wonderful reporting on different types of animals and how their parents, their moms, take care of them. Ava, what did you find most interesting about some of those facts that we learned about turtles or donkeys or monkeys or bunnies?
I like the monkey one.
Yes, what was interesting about that?
That the monkey moved onto his back and put his
Mhm.
first on his chest.
Yep. I thought it was interesting. You always think about moms as being the caretakers, but for turtles, after the mom lays the eggs and covers the nest up, she's done. And the turtle babies have to they have an instinct to find the water, get in there, and start feeding. So, yeah, I found that interesting, and I'm glad that everyone enjoyed ANN News. Wouldn't it be nice to have more Animal News Network instead of, like, the other news networks? We'd learn a lot more about nature and the world around us, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of moms, thank you, Ava. Now, there are a lot of different things that I'm sure you guys have done or can do to commemorate your moms on Sunday. I have an idea for you all, if you want to use it, that I thought I would share with you right now. This is going to be our drawing or our writing prompt for this week. So, in order to be able to do this, you need a piece of paper, you need some crayons, and you also need to know how to spell your mom's real name. There's always the name Mom, but your moms also have a real name. My real name is Shara. Hello. My mom's real name is Kathy, and we have a few Kathys out here, and this works just as well for all of them. My mom's name is Kathy. So what I did is I wrote her name vertically in big letters, and then I thought about words that started with each letter in her name that reminded me of her. Kathy is kind. Kathy is awesome. You can use markers, yes. Kathy is thoughtful. Kathy is humble. And Kathy is young at heart. So I put all those together, and then you can color it in. You can add more pictures on the side if you want to. And then you can present it to your mom on Mother's Day, which is on Sunday. But this is a wonderful way to say to your mom, I love you, and these are some things that I love about you. And I also know your real first name. It isn't always just Mom, is it? And to go along with that fun activity that you can do, I also thought that it would be cool to bring out our shopping cart of fun. And in it are some other ideas that you can present to your mom on Sunday. If any of you guys caught my video on Monday, you noticed that me as a mom, I had some different ideas about what I wanted to do on Mother's Day. And Ava and Amelia had some different ideas about what they wanted to do for me on Mother's Day. So it's always good to ask your mom what she wants to do. So I put together a few things in my shopping cart of fun that I would like if it were me celebrating Mother's Day. Anybody gonna stroll it over? All right. So there's the shopping cart, and there are some things in it. All right. So let's pull out the first. Here, we can set it down now. Let's pull out the first thing. I included some books. Maybe your mom loves to read. So you can say, Mom, for the next hour, we are going to let you go somewhere nice and quiet, and you can read your book. We're going to give you some quiet time to read. Or you can have some quiet time to whatever. I like to read, so I thought I'd put that in there.
Me too.
All right, next. Maybe your mom wants to relax. So you can give her a handful of candles that smell nice and some bath salts, and you can say, Mom, you can lock yourself in and have a nice, bubbly, yummy smelling bath, and you can relax and take it easy, listen to music, and we will give you that time to be on your own and enjoy chilling out and de-stressing because it's your day. That's another idea. Now, of course, you're going to want to do stuff with Mom on Mother's Day. Yeah, you can give her quiet time to scroll through Facebook. I think quiet time to do whatever you want to do, Mom, is something that you can give her that's very special. But of course, you're going to want to hang out with her on Mother's Day, at least some part of the day. So you might as well make it very interesting and put together a fun platter of yummy snackables that you can all enjoy, which has to include chocolate because, well, at least in my house, I love chocolate. And you can cut up some fruit. You can have some crackers and cheese and some pickled yummies. And you can put it on a snack platter. And you and your mom and everyone in your family can enjoy a little snack time of all the things that your mom loves, that's some of the stuff that I like. And Ava's going to dig into that apple. And I like that. That sounds good. So those are some ideas that you can come up with, that you can put together, that's fairly easy, that your mom will really appreciate. She will feel loved, she will feel heard, she will feel understood, she will have time to herself, and she'll have lots of time to give you hugs and kisses and say, oh, I appreciate you, thank you. Yes, a cheese tray. Exactly, Kayla. You know how I think. All right, so I think it's about time to get up and move. So we're going to do our Get Up and Move song, and then we're going to get into our new song that we're going to be doing today, which is Oh Happy Day. So let's get into our moving dancing positions. All right. So get up out of your chairs and get ready to dance. All right. It's time to get up out of your seat. Time to move your body. Bring your arms up in the air like you don't care. Then you bend down low and touch your toes. Come on, everybody. It's time to move your body. Then you'll do some frog hops. Hippity, 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 hippity hop. Then you'll wiggle around like a wiggly, iggly, wiggly, iggly worm. Then you'll turn in a circle and jump up high. It's time to get up out of your seat, everyone. Bring your arms up high into the sky. Then you'll bend down low and touch your toes. Come on, everybody. It's time to move your body. Next you'll do some frog hops. Hippity, 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 hippity hop. Then you'll march like you are in a parade. Then you'll turn in a circle. Now we are done. Take a deep breath. Nice, thank you, Ava. And now we're going to go into Oh Happy Day. Ava, you want to sing the echo part?
Yeah.
Oh happy day, oh happy day, oh happy day, oh happy day. When Jesus washed,
When Jesus washed,
when Jesus washed,
when Jesus washed,
when Jesus washed, sorry,
when Jesus washed,
He washed my sins away.
oh happy day,
Oh, I'm talking about that happy day.
happy day,
Oh happy day,
oh happy day,
oh happy day.
oh happy day.
When Jesus washed,
Oh, when Jesus washed,
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 He washed my sins away.
oh happy day,
I'm talking about that happy day.
happy day.
Oh, happy day. Sorry, I was still figuring out the chords on that one. That was good. That reminds me of when I first.
Hey, Mom.
That reminds me of kids choir. It's Genesis.
Thank you, Genesis.
Oh, because it says I love your shirt. Yep, Ava's cute cat shirt. All right. So we had happy day because it does feel like a happy day today.
Mhm.
And we had our get up and move song, which is always good. So, and now, I have a few more things before we move on. But so remember how we had our bean counting competition? Well, I have a new thing now. I drew a little picture of Turt and Bit and Billy. And I want you all to create a caption for this picture. Now you can have them talking to each other. You can have them, you basically need to caption what they're saying or what they're doing. And the first 3 people that I get an email from regarding this picture's captions, I will use your captions next week, and you guys will get a special surprise in the mail. So, the first 3 captions that I receive in my email box before next week will then be read aloud to everyone on our Family Connection next week, and you'll get a special prize in your mailbox. So, think long and hard about what you think that these guys are saying to each other. Write it out. And have your parents email it to me as fast as you can so you can be one of the top 3. All right? Pretty fun. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you all. But that's something to look forward to for next week. You can send a text, if you have my phone number. I'll be kind of keeping an eye on both. All right. What other thing? Oh, tomorrow we have our next Zoom get-together. Kids.
Yay!
And I heard last week you guys said you want to keep it going every week. So we are going to do a Zoom get-together every week, every Thursday. So parents, keep an eye in your email boxes about the details on that. But yes, we will be getting together tomorrow for our next Zoom get-together. And since we are doing show and tell, I like to do that. So for this show and tell tomorrow, I want you to have something that you can show us that is very tiny. Find something tiny to show and tell tomorrow during our Zoom get-together. So yes, I will be sending out an email with your Zoom invitation link, which will be going out tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. That will start again at 6:30 like we've done previous times. Don't forget to bring something tiny for show and tell. And then we'll be all set. So this has been a good day. We're figuring out what we want to do for our moms for Mother's Day. We're singing some songs. We're going to do something special tomorrow on Zoom for our mothers, so be ready for that too. And now we're going to do our prayer and then our goodbye song. So I'll start things off with a word of prayer, and then we'll say our goodbye song. Dear Lord, thank you for another beautiful Wednesday that we can all enjoy together. Thank you for everyone that is with us right now and joining us for our family connection. I pray that during this time of sheltering in place, that you will continue to give us encouragement and support through our friends and our family, even if we can't be together in person, that we are together through prayer, through videos, through talking to each other on the phone, through letters in the mail. Help us to stay strong and be encouraging to those around us. And all God's children said, Amen. All right. I'm going to finish things off with our See You Next Time song. With you. The clouds are in the sky, but they are not as high as I am. The frogs, they hop and hop, and they never stop like me. I think of all the things I've done and all the things to do. It's so good to be alive. It's so good to be alive with you. One more time. The clouds are in the sky, but they are not as high as I Frogs, they hop and hop, and they never stop like me. I think of all the things I've done and all the things to do. It's so good to be alive. It's so good to be alive with you. Awesome. Well, y'all, I've had a really fun time, as usual. But as usual, I miss you all so much, and I can't wait for the time that we can be together in person. But until that time comes, I look forward to seeing you all on our Zoom video time, and hearing from you all during our live stream on YouTube, and hearing from you all through emails and letters in the mail and text messages. That all means so much. And I hope you are all well. Stay encouraged. Think about your moms. Think about what you want to do for them. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I love you and I miss you all. Until tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.